All right, so that looks good. And so we got the interface, and I've got my car. Okay, and this is my implementation of the car interface. And you can see it says class MyCar implements car. And I've got some instance variables here. You don't have to have the exact same instance variables. You just have to make sure that you implement all of these methods in the interface. Okay, and if you don't, your compiler will tell you. All right, but you can use the exact same here. It doesn't bother me. So we've got a string that holds the current message. Okay, and here's what I'm going to do for these simple instance variables. Okay. I'm not going to have setters for these. These are private variables, and the only place you can really set these, since they're private variables, are inside this file. But that's the only place I want you to be setting these. So I'm just going to say, to set this, just say current message equals, and then whatever string you have there. Okay, and typically you're not going to put an exact string in there. You're going to put something from the message class in there, like message dot start underscore already. Okay, and that's going to be how you set the instance variables. You're just going to assign to them. All right, and then to get this, there's going to be a normal getter would be get current message. But I'm gonna call these, and I kind of forced you to call them this, is just current message. So because these are that's in the interface. So the interface returns the current message. Current message is a public method. All right, and that's what we're going to use for testing purposes. So for these simple instance variables, that's going to be the way you get this. Okay, instead of get current message. All right, and let's see, the same for location. Locked. I think I should call this is locked. Let me see what car has. Okay. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for locked. Typing Command F here. All right, what's going on? I think that's searching everything. I want to just search the car interface. So I'm going to do Command F here and type in locked. Okay, so I do have a Boolean is locked. So since I have a Boolean is locked, I think I'm going to go back to my car, and instead of private Boolean locked, I'm just going to try to keep consistent. Consistency is a good thing, and if your code is very consistent, that is not good. All right, and you may get points taken off if this is a project or assignment from the greater by inspecting this. So try to stay consistent. All right. So this is one type of instance variables. And for these kinds of instance variables, I'm going to use this pattern. I'm going to try to stay consistent. So to set it, I'm just going to assign to it. And to get it, I'm not going to use the word get. I'm just going to say current message. Okay. Okay, so, and those are simple instance variables, and most of these instance variables I have here are very, very simple. So again, even to set the gear, I'm just going to say, gear equals, and then give it a value. And then to get the gear, I think there is a gear method. All right, it might be a current gear method. Let me just check that. Yeah, there is a current gear method. So I think what I'm going to do there, because I want to keep that current gear method, I think I'm going to rename this to actually, I don't want to rename this because I might already be using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to go to refactor, and then I'm going to rename it. And if I do it this way, that means if I'm using it anywhere, it will also rename it everywhere that I'm using it. All right, so I'm just going to say current. And you can see that on line 24 here, I am actually using it. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to change this to current gear, and you can see as I'm renaming this, it's also renaming gear in line 24, which is awesome, I think. Okay, and I'm just going to hit return. Boom, and it's renamed everywhere. All right, beautiful, beautiful stuff. That is called a refactoring, and it's one of the simplest refactorings you can do, is renaming a variable. All right, so all of these things are very, very simple. Almost all of these things are very, very simple instance variables. You might need to add more. You might need to do your own thing a little bit, but feel free to use these